All right. We are here at Eastlake, the Mac Daddy of them all, the final stop of the FedEx Cup. This is Topher James, and so what we're going to do today is this is going to be an Eastlake playthrough. I am playing from the back tees. It's going to be hard pins, moderate wind, pro greens, but also, too, I've had a few requests of like a very detailed analysis breakdown. What am I thinking? What am I doing for each shot? So just a heads up, this might be a long video because I'm going to take the time and really be thorough about what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, what each hole, it's going to be detailed. So Eastlake is going to be crazy in 3 weeks. I can already tell, 3 times multiplier. I know it's going to be interesting. Plus, it's a hard course. It really is. I mean, there's only 2 par 5s. It's par 70. It's really long. Some of the pins are just ridiculous, especially the first 2 holes. First 2 holes, you definitely want to get out the gate. At least for me, I want to be 2 pars. And crazy enough, the hard pins I think might be the easiest in the game. The medium pin, or on the course, the medium pins are freaking. Some of them are really hard. So hole 1, par 4 uphill. Now the wind's going a little left to right. And so what I'm thinking right now is anything on the left side would be best. Right side with this pin location I can afford. And lately, so with my driver, I pull my driver a lot. So if I relax and I address like I normally would. So I got the arrow pointing down the fairway. And I do have on my driver 50% push and a little bit of fade. But if I put my golf attachment on my waist, you can tell that I'm pointing down the tree line. And so I have a feeling that if I were to do a normal swing, I'm off my left foot. So it's really going to be easy to turn on it. And so I'm going to pull it. So what I've been doing lately is I will aim towards the right side of the fairway. And I'll continue to play it off my left foot. And I'll do this little waggle to see where my swing path is. Because I'm very focused on 2 things. My swing path and then the lineup of the face. So now I'm happy. So I'm going to do my normal swing, which is going to be a little over the top with some top spin. And there we go. So it was low, a lot of top spin, and that's just how my driver been. I'm having a hard time controlling my my high cut driver, so that's just what I go with. So now I'm sitting there, 198 yards, 24 feet uphill with a 10-mile-an-hour back. Tailwind. Sorry, Steven. Okay, so if I subtract the 10 yards, we'll call it 188. So we'll call it 190. I'm gonna say the shot is 195. Now, with a 5-iron, I imagine I can get to roll up. 4-iron, I know I'm on the green. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be aggressive. I'm just going to try to hit a 5-iron at it. Because if I end up in the left bunker, I think I'll be fine. So, again, just because it's a video game, I wouldn't do this in real life. My left foot, I'm still playing off my left foot. It's a closed stance. And what I'm focusing right now, again, is my swing path. And I'm thinking, since I'm going to swing it a little bit harder, because if I swing this normal, it's 185 on a flat surface, no wind. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of draw on it. So I'm going to swing even more over the top. So there's a chance I could pull this left. So I'm looking at my face. It's aimed right at the flag. There's the draw. And I missed it left. Which I'm fine with. Because when I get into a bunker, anything within 15 yards, I'm perfectly fine with. And I'm not looking to birdie this hole. So now I'm in the sand. So let's take a look. So it's 6 yards to where I want to be. I definitely want to get this up quickly. So I'm going to have the club flat. I'm going to pay attention to my club path. Very open stance, right foot's here, left foot's down here. And really, I'm just going to do a nice flop shot. That's going to be too hard. That's a hard shot either way. Alright. This is going to be a long video. Alright, so aiming wise, it's going to go down and to the left. So I'm going to probably play it a cup to the right. Putting, still the same thing. I'm focused on my face. And then I'm also focused on the swing path. Now, again, I'm pulling everything over the top. So if I relax, you can kind of tell that I'm going to pull it left. So I've been doing one of two things. A really close stance. So if I turn my waist to the right, it will even it out. Or I put it back in my stance and kind of angle it down. And so it gives it more room for it to follow the line where I'm aiming. But I'm going to aim left. Or I'm going to shift my body to look right. That's what I meant. There we go. So far, so good. So the second hole is a par 3, uphill, pins in the front. It's 177 yards to the pin. Do 167 minus the wind, plus 20 feet. So I'm going to say 171. So if that's the case, I'm going to try to get my 7-iron up there again. So my 7-iron is 163 on a flat surface. So if I'm straight up and I do a nice smooth swing, so I'm going to put it back my stance a little bit. I'm still focusing on my swing path. So my swing path is going to be aiming towards the right bunker, but my face is closed. So it's going to create that draw. And basically I'm going to swing, like I'm going to take a bigger divot because I wanted to get close to the 173. I'm actually, my right foot's here, my left foot's right here. A little bit of an open stance. And draw it against the wind. All right. All right, so birdie chance. It's uphill. Get aggressive. The last green, I did well on my putt facing to the right. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm a little cautious about this little angle right here. So I want to put a little more pace on it and play on the left side. And I got my birdie. So hole 3 is one of the shorter par 4s, plus it's downhill. So this one's into the wind. So now I'm looking at yardage. So if I hit it 300, downhill, it will put me about 85 yards, which I want something around 90 to 100. But this wind, it's a headwind. So maybe if I can hit a high fade. So I'm just going to open my face up a little bit more. I'm still aiming way to the left, but basically I'm going to try to cut at it, and I'm not going to swing that hard because I don't want it to go long. Got the fade, but it wasn't high. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, it's still in the wind, 85 yards. A little uncomfortable by it, but it is what it is. So I'm going to take a look at the green. All right. So right here is about 90 to 92 yards. So I want to hit it right here with my sand wedge because then I can get it to back up and preferably be below the hole. All right. So it's 85 yards. I'd say a 5-mile-an-hour difference. So we're going to call it 90. So if I'm looking at the left side of my club head to see if it's square. because now I know that this is a square shot. Normally when I hold it, it's a closed face, and then we'll get the draw. But I don't want it to draw. I'm looking for 90. Straight up and down. Nothing big. I'm not going to swing that hard. The more, the steeper I go, the further it'll go, more spin. But I just want 90 yards. I'm going to aim a little bit left. It's a pole swing. I can already tell the ball's a little bit above my feet. So I'm thinking the tower is good. And I pulled it even more left, but that's still not bad. Spin! There we go. I guess I should have looked at my shot selection on that one. I'm assuming it went 90. All right. So now just don't get excited about everything. Just take one shot at a time. Focus on this putt. Maybe center left. Remember to make sure my swing path is good. I do think my putter power is a little low at 20 soft. I don't know. I kind of been bouncing back and forth between 20% and 30. Remember, this is pro greens. Hole 4. Now, this is the hole that sucks on medium pins because of that pin location. So nothing too crazy. The wind's actually helping me push left to right. I know if I go on the left side of the fairway, I can put sand in place. Even if I get in a bunker, I'm not too nervous about it. But I still wanted to kind of be on the left side of that tree line. So again, playing off my left foot, got my body turned, and I'm watching my swing path. Swing path looks a little close, so I'm going to open it up a little bit more, or turn a little bit more. Feeling good about this. And then I push it right. How I didn't hit a tree is amazing. All right, cool. All right, well, that sucks. So now I get to do some math. So it's 204 yards, 31 feet uphill, so let's just call it 215. 225 with a rough. So maybe 222 to the pin from where I'm at. And even if I were to fly it to the pin with that long a distance, it's just going to roll off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably hit a low 3-wood. Or maybe I'll hit a 3-iron to the fairway. So I want to be in front of the green. I don't want to be on the green. So I'm thinking either the sand or the fairway to the right. All right. So I'm going to be saying so a lot. I'm in the rough. I know I'm going to pull this, even though I usually fade this club. So I'm going to focus on a pull draw. Hopefully the wind will counter it. But I just want to get the ball up there. Or just go in the rough. Or the bunker. Ha! I'm in the rough. Nice. All right. So now I'm scrambling. All I really want to do is just get up and down, play it on the left side a little bit. The more air, the better. So I got this almost flat. Got an open stance for a flop shot. Again, so obviously my club head is pointing that direction, but it's so flat. My swing path is on line. I do want to aim it a little bit left. So now that I'm adjusted and feeling good with my swing path, now I'm thinking about how much I want it to go. So 20 yards or deeper, I really want this to be on the green. I don't want this to be short. So if I need to be aggressive, then that's okay. All right, I just hit a good shot. I swung a little bit harder because it wasn't rough. Plus, I wanted, higher, not longer. Still focusing, I hit a good a flop shot, but I still want to make sure I take my time. Well, that's hole 4. The medium pin is right up there on the slope, and as you can see, there's a little bit of red right here. So if it's medium pins and you get the hole 4, definitely check out the green, assess your situation, take your time. Anything below the hole is good, not on the side, not past. Just be careful with that. All right, hole 5, another par 4 downhill, a little bit longer. So I'm feeling good. I can go after this with a regular driver. Wind's pushing right to left. I do know that last hole, I pushed a little bit too far to the right last time, so I can maybe just try to focusing on the right side of the fairway. All right. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment because now I'm pushing things off to the right a lot. So I wonder if my swing is just open. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. All right. So this green has a lot of slope. The hard pins in the back. Other pins are up front, and those are definitely more attack. I can attack those better. My biggest thing right now is just to keep it on the green and don't go over. I'm in the rough. So the shot's going to be 163. Let's call it 168. Now I can hit my 7-iron, but that's basically the borderline club. Like my 8-iron from the rough will stick. Anything more than that could roll out. So I'm going to try to hit something. I think 163 will be good. Because again, I want to get below the cup. So it's in the rough. I'm going to pull it. My 7-iron's closed. I'm still playing it off. I mean, my stance is kind of messed up right now. It's open. It's more towards my left foot. But again, all I'm focused on is my swing path and the club angle. So I'm going to aim on the right side of the green and shoot for 163. Well, the 163, shot if it was normal. I'm okay with that. I'm on the top tier. I'm below the hole. It was a successful shot. All right. So I'm watching this. It's definitely pushed to the left, but not too much. There's a lot of space between the lines. This is a birdie opportunity. Just want to make sure I get the ball there. Maybe 2 balls to the left or to the right. Feeling a little pull swing on my putter, so I'm going to adjust. All right. Hole 6 is your first par 5 of 2. No matter what, get birdie on it because you don't get too many opportunities on this. Definitely want to miss the sand on the right. Just anything in the fairway. Even if you get it in the rough, you can still scramble. But yeah, anything in the fairway. So I've been pushing a lot. So I'm going to aim more towards the center. Still going to focus on everything. And get lucky. You bitch. All right. I'm still pushing my driver. So I need to trust that I'm going to make the adjustment. So right now, it's 218 yards up. I'm in the rough, 50 feet up. At this point, with this pin location, there's one in the front right, there's one in the back right, and then there's one in the back left. And in my current situation, all I want to do is get it close so I can get it up and down, for a birdie. So honestly, I'm going to try putting this in the sand. But I'm thinking about how much rollout I'm going to get because I'm going uphill. So I'm probably going to need to aim right at the pin. All right. So it's going to be an over-the-top swing. It's going to draw. I pushed it right. Not going to make it to the sand. Not the biggest problem in the world. I mean, I screwed up on my tee shot, but I'm going to forget about it. Why? Because I have an up and down for birdie. Tricky up and down. you have a false edge. I'm probably going to intentionally hit it long and to the right just to make sure I have a putt at it. Don't really think about when. I'm just going to focus on the shot. Yep, that was plenty long. I mean, there's not too much you can do about it. All right. Well, I'm not going to, I'm going to mention it, but when I'm playing around, I'm not going to think about how I just, squandered a birdie opportunity. So it's going, I'll probably put it out this way. And ultimately, I don't want to leave it short, but I don't really expect to make this either. So I'm gonna leave it about right here and let gravity take the rest. Pushed it. Too much power. Still within 3 feet. It is what it is. I have a lot of confidence going on from the other birdies right now, so it is what it is. All right, hole 7, par 4, long par 4, downhill into the wind. Bunkers on the left. All right, so now let's make the adjustment. I'm going to aim to the right side of the green. I trust the adjustment, and there we go. The greens at East Lake are pretty big. So we got some options. Anything that's you can hit over the green, I would be careful, just leave it short. You could try to be fancy and play the slopes, but a lot of times, I'm just thinking, just get on the green, and make your putter do the work. Opposed to other courses where I'd be flag chasing pretty hard. 172 with 17 feet downhill. So I'm going to call that about 5 yards. So 167. Call about 8 yards of difference from the wind. So 175. All right. And it is a headwind. So I'm going to try to hit the 6-iron. I can normally get it 165, but I have to swing really slow. It's probably turning into a 168 club. But since it's into the wind, I can probably do a high cut, and that will help make it fall better. Like it will make it shorter for me. So I'm going to open my stance. I'm still focused on my swing path. And when I do this, I have both my elbows on my stomach. I'm just moving my shoulders. Make sure that the face is not closed whatsoever. Okay. If I was with my friends, they would know that I'm actually kind of upset with that because I wanted it to be right on the distance. So now, make the putter do the work. Little slider from right to left. And of course, now I'm getting a phone call from somebody in Nevada. Don't know who that is. All right. Still feeling good about my putter. Basically, my belt buckle's aiming that way. My left foot's right here. I'm checking my swing path. I'm going to aim this about a cup and a half to the right, and just let it fall in. Yeah. Didn't hit it hard enough. That's okay. All right, so basically after the 7 holes, you're finally off that hill where you go up and down. And now you get to experience the rest of the course. So hole 8, par 4, water on the left, bunkers on the right. Anything in the fairway is really good. So again, trust my adjustment. I did come a little over the top on that one, so I'll have to remember that. And you can tell I'm not a long driver. If you hit like 330 or whatever, you'd probably be in better situations. Hard pin is right here. Medium pin is up front. Easy pin's in the back. And this hole's always challenging because if it's 144 with a 9-mile-an-hour sort of in the face, I'm thinking 150 to the pin. Anything longer is better. So I'm gonna hit my 8-iron. Am I on a pull swing? Not much. Not much. Check my swing path. It's aiming to the right. Now this is a club I normally draw. You can see the face is definitely going to be a draw. So I'm going to aim at that tower and give it a normal swing. Didn't get left a lot. Well, that's okay. So major break to the right at the beginning, and then it kind of tapers off at the end. Check my plane. Check where I want to aim. Obviously, I want to miss high. Give myself a chance. Damn. And then hole 9. So hole 9 is a par 3. It used a long time ago. It used to be the finishing hole at East Lake, but I think they switched the 9s. So this used to be hole 18, which I just thought was a dumb way to finish such a major tournament, an important tournament. But it's pretty big green. It's 2-tier. There's 2 pins in the back, medium and the hard, and then the easy pins in the front. Actually, I think the easy pin's the hardest one on here because it's like 220, and that's just ridiculously hard. Don't expect much for a birdie. 241, 5 or 6 mile difference. 245. If I can hit this with some fade, I can probably get this right on the green. Focus on my swing plane. That looks pretty good. Face is a little bit close, but I'm going to swing easy on this. I swung a little bit out on it. Come down. Come on down to the price. All right. Again, this is a birdie opportunity. It's only 13 feet, but this is a ridiculous sidewinder. So, most important, I just want to get this close for par. I'd be happy with that. So I'll probably aim about in this section somewhere. Just kind of let it fall down. Turn! Damn it, I always do that. I think I'd learn. But not too bad of a front 9. I mean, I messed up on par 5. Putting was meh. But not too bad. Hole 10. Par 4. Nothing too big about it except the pin location for the hard pin. So I'm just going to give myself a chance. Honestly, if I hit this in the rough, I wouldn't be that upset about it. As long as it's on the left side. I said left side. Okay, so the reason why I wouldn't be upset about the rough. So there's a pin. I think the easy pin's down here. The medium pin's up on the top tier, and the hard pin's back there. I mean, all the pins on this is ridiculous. If you fly it too far on here, you can roll it off the front. You can either roll it to the bottom tier or hit too long on this one. This one isn't too bad because it's kind of in the a little bowl, whatever you want to call it, so I can be aggressive. And as long as I don't do something stupid and spin away way off, then I have less room for error. So it's 118 yards, 22 feet. We'll call that 7, so 125. About 132. So I got some options. Do I want to hit a high 9 or a low drawing pitching wedge? I'm going to go high 9. So the reason why I'm thinking about my 9 iron is if I hit a nice easy swing, I can get this 135. And so I think that would be a good yardage. So face is a little bit open. With my 9 iron, I actually push this a lot. So my swing plane is looking at that way. So a lot of times, I always focus on my swing plane, always focus on, what the face looks like. So it's a little bit closed, a little right to left wind. I am aiming towards over that bunker. Draw, bitch. Yeah, he ain't drawing. And it was long. Shit. However, if I would have hit it there, that would have been a good shot. All right. Just another flop shot, open stance, play a little bit off the right foot. I'm thinking probably over here is where I want to drop it. A little long. It is what it is. Now, I know I'm going to jinx myself, but for some reason, this hole's always good to me. I got a hole-in-one at last year's FedEx Cup. I've had some crazy birdies on this hole. I bet I'm going to double bogey it. Anyway, 200, hole 11 is a par 3, by the way, downhill. Big, massive green. Bunkers on the left and the front. Big fall off to the right. The hard pins in the front right, and then the other 2 pins are in the back, which is actually better for a long iron. Anyway, okay, so 205 yards, 16 feet downhill, so that's going to be about half, so let's call it 200, 195. Okay. And do know a 4-iron usually gets me on the green. If I aim a little bit left, it'll trickle to the right. Plus, there's left to right wind, so if I hit a high fade, but I haven't really been fading my 4-iron. It either goes straight or it draws. So aim towards the left side of the green. All right. So this is basically good swing path, a little bit of a push face. Now, at this point, I'm just going to trust it. There's that draw, but the wind's helping me out. Oh my god. I feel like my math was wrong. I think I made it longer than I thought it'd be, which in reality it should have been shorter. Oh, 195. I'm an idiot. Yeah, screw it. It's done. Hello to this long ass putt. Yeah, that wasn't a good shot selection. All right, so this is going down to the left, down to the left, down to the left, more down to the left, more down to the left. But then the second half, oh no, it kind of straightens out and then goes a little bit to the right. But it definitely gets quicker. It's the quicker picker-upper. So I probably want to kill it. Yeah, probably right where it turns into more of a slope. A lot of left to a little bit right, so I want to aim about, a little to the right of the pin. Slow down. Turn. Turn! Oh, then it turns. Whoops. All right. Hole number 12, par 4, uphill, 400 yards. Pin is tucked in the back again. So here's some options. So if I hit, let's say I hit this about 280. So that's going to put me in the whole pitching wedge 9-iron debacle. But I know that there isn't, like, it's just straight slope on this one. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to lay up with the 3-iron and see if I can give myself a 7 or an 8-iron. And that way I won't get much backspin. So 3-wood, it's going to be a close stance, but when I swing, it seems to push off to the right. So I just want to get something in the fairway. Nice little draw. And I still played it off my left foot with a close stance because that's just kind of my swing plane right now. But now I have accomplished what I wanted to do. So it's 148, 20, 155, I don't know. At this point, I just want to hit a solid 8-iron. Just try to get this on the green. So again, over the top. It's a closed face, right in the middle of my stance. But so when I want to swing harder, I dig more into it because I think the game translates a steeper attack into more distance, or at least that works for me. So, all right, cool. Aim towards the right sand. Just get it there. Well, it didn't spin, but I didn't get there. All right. So it's going up and to the left. So when I putt anything, I don't think of the ball stopping right at the hole. I always imagine the cup catching the ball. So in this case, I want the ball to go up and to the left, and then I want it on the right line and pace so the cup catches it. And then I don't want it to go flying off. Obviously, anything within 3 to 4 feet is good. But always have the cup catch the ball. Didn't turn as much as I thought. Whew. All right. Hole 13. This is the only par 4 that goes in this direction on the course. Or the only hole, I should say. So it's a straight par 4. Anything on the right is pretty bad. Anything on the left on the tee is pretty good. The hard pin location is pretty nasty. So a little bit right to left wind. I'm basically going to aim this right at those bunkers on the right. Did not draw it. Ha! Still got it in the fairway. All right. So this green is pretty sloped. There's a easy pin, medium pin is tucked on the side by the tent, and then the hard pin is on the second tier, which is just ridiculous. Now, honestly, what I should have done is I probably should have laid up because now I'm probably going to have to play it. Well, a strong pitching wedge doesn't usually spin too much for me because the yardage I'm thinking is 139 by 135. I have a little bit of room after, and plus anything off the ground on the back left isn't that bad. Yes. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to go with this strong pitching wedge. All right, so with strong pitching wedge, I focus on my swing path. I have an open stance. This ball's lined up on my right foot. My left foot's way over here. It's going to be a very close stance. The club's closed. It's going to be a very steep swing. So I'm focusing on my swing path. I know this is going to have a lot of draw to it, so I'm going to aim just left of that tower over there. And when I swing, I'm focusing on my swing path as well. So I don't want to just like push it, or I don't want to like do some like turn thing. I want a line that goes through the ball towards where I'm aiming. I didn't get all of it. Didn't get all of it at all. That was a horrible shot. If it was a front pin, that would have been an amazing shot. Son of a bitch. Alright. Well, that sucks. It's going to be a hard flop. That's going to be about a 21-yard flop. If I putt it, I have to contend with the red. You know what? Just do your best and accept your fate. Yep. Alright. A lot of zigzags here. It's going to quickly push it off to the left. Plus, it's just a little sidewinder right to left. Just make a confident putt and move on, That's why we practice. That's why we practice. Alright. Hole 14. I think we all can all agree, fuck this hole. Even from the easy pin, this hole sucks. Or the front pin. Front tee. Alright. So here we go. So as long as par 4 downhill, if you miss the fairway, it's going to be a ridiculous second shot. So the fairway is going to be these trees right here. So just going to try to get this on the line where I want it to be, but the wind's pushing left to right, so a little bit of draw does not hurt. Or just push it and no draw and hope that goes in the fairway. Yay! Excuse me a second. Got a Discord message. All right, cool. So success. I'm in the fairway. You can see it's not that long. If I was in the rough, I'd probably be 20 to 30 yards further back. A couple of pins on this one. Back right is hard. Easy is up front. And then medium is probably front left. And then there's a major slope on the right side of the green. So if it's 225 yards, a little downhill, a little backwind, they can really just hit a high fade, and then just accept what happens. So my 3-iron naturally fades. Like, there's so much of a difference between, like, my 3-iron is a high fade, my 4-iron is a straight or a draw, my 5-iron is a high fade, my each one of these is just different, and I just have to play them. And with this iron, like my 9-iron, I push it to the right a lot for no reason. But I'm gonna aim. I want to aim at that tower. I'm just gonna try to get it up in the air, put some fade on it, and see what happens. You know what? I'll take it for this hole. Any green regulation on this hole is good. Push to the right, not so much to the right, and then it just curls as the ball dies. I will take a par on this one. Sometimes you get lucky and you kind of get the flag to kind of give you a guide, the shadow of the flag. So if I were to kind of putt it towards, like, I would putt it towards this part of the shadow. Sometimes that helps if you get that chance to kind of use it as a target. That's a good fucking birdie. I am pretty happy with that one. Ugh. And sadness. So, so hole 15 is a par 3. From the back tees, it's ridiculously long. It's like 200 to the front, 235 to the back. When it's a headwind, it's even worse. When it's a high wind, that's anything but from the back, that's worse as well. So right now, I'm thinking this shot's going to be 228 to get to the hole, but I want it to run. So 208, 218, front part of the green. The green does slope from left to right. So I'm going to try to hit a little bit of a low draw to pierce through that wind. And for a 3-iron, and for some reason, like I wouldn't do this in real life, but for some reason, when I want to hit a low draw, my stance is open. I play it off my right foot. I make sure it's a hooded club face, and that's it. So if I my right foot's here, my left foot's back here, my body's aiming towards that shaft right there. But right now, I'm focused on my club path, which is aiming towards the right side of the green, and then my club face, which is aiming towards the left side of the green. So in theory, I should be good. That was not that low, but I'll take it. You see the red over there, so how it kind of pushes everything off. I mean, I think all the pins are basically in the middle. It's just a tough green. But, excuse me. All right. A little right to lefter. Again, check my club path. Check my face. My body's turned to the right. I'm happy with that. Push it off a little bit to the right, fall into the left, and let the cup catch it. Okay, my headset freaked out a little bit. Hole 16, you would think it's the normal uphill par 4, but the green's pretty nasty. Just get it in the fairway. All right. I feel like my club is twisting a little bit. I use an attachment, so I can kind of sense that my club face is a little bit closed. So for that, plus it's a right to left wind. So I'm going to compensate a little bit more for it. I'm still off my left foot, still a closed stance. My swing path is showing the right bunker. I know what I'm doing wrong. It only took me freaking 16 holes. Don't do, you bitch. All right, cool. So what I'm doing with that, let me get to the fairway. So what I'm doing is with this closed stance with my left foot so far in front, my right foot in the back, is with the longer club, like the driver, I'm feeling my body, like my axis point, like I'm not like that through impact. The top part of my body is like that. So I'm kind of olaying it. So even if I'm checking my swing path, if I like bend over to the right like I am right now, then I can tell my face is open and I'm swinging more out. Too bad it took me 16 holes to realize that. All right, cool. 178. Where'd it go? 178, 30 feet, so it's 188. Let's call it 190. With the sand bunker, 210. With the wind, 215. I'm going for this left bunker. I'm not even going to try anything else. I just want it in the left bunker. Almost. Oh, don't go on the green. Son of a bitch. A lot of the times I will use the sand as basically a catch-all area so I can just bail myself out and just be like, all right, screw it. Well, this sucks. Hard pin is up front. Easy pin is tucked in the back, I think. Or medium pin. There's a pin there, and then there's like a pin over in this area too. But you can see like how crazy the green is, especially when you have a mid to long iron. All right. Well, so I wanted to land about 20. 25 yards with a normal pitch, not so much of a flop. I can miss it left if I want to. Don't leave your friends behind. And if you pull the shot, and if no friend of mine. Anyway, sorry. Squirrel. Stop. Just go in. Oh, you bitch. Don't go off the green. And you went off the green. Damn. I should have dropped it over here or hit it higher. Well, I'm gonna get a bogey. Alright, so when I really want to be aggressive on a chip, I mean, this is like prime aggressive situation. It's uphill. There's it's a severe uphill slope. So I usually do about 45 degrees open. Still focus on the club path, which it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a pull left. I'm playing off my left foot. And yeah. Oh, I right-handed it. Right-handed it. Are we done yet? I hate to see how long this video is. Alright, cool. Just usual. Get in the fairway. Alright. I'm not going to make any adjustments, even though I know what's going on. I'm just going to keep on swinging it. I will say I came more over the top on that one because I wanted to draw it against the wind. And then the hole 17 is par 4 dogleg left. Obviously, you don't want to be left off the tee because you'll be in the trees. Easy pin, medium pin, and then hard pin. This hole, I mean, unless you screw yourself up behind a tree or something, you definitely have to go after it. 140 yards, 10 mile an hour headwind. I mean, really, that's 150. Try to hit a my 8-iron. If I hit an easy 8-iron, it's usually like 149. So it should be good. I'd rather hit an 8-iron on this one than a strong 9-iron. Because I can at least control it better. Swing path. I'm going to try to draw it left of the pin because of that wind. So I'm going to try to aim this just to the right of the pin. Or pull it. Yeah, I pulled it. Do something. More than that. And then, so downhill, right to left. Probably go in that direction. There's a lot of space in between here, so I definitely want to make sure I get it to the hole. So I'll probably kill it about right here. I will say, though, I've been enjoying the putting strokes. Turn, 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 turn! Alright, and hole 18. This wonderful hole. So, if you have a monster drive, you can make it into the water. But if not, it's a not too big of a fairway. And then, you're going to have a hybrid or a fairway wood or even sometimes a driver to get home to. We definitely want to get in the fairway. Because if you get long enough, then you can hit the slope. All right. The hell do I do here? 3 wood's going to be too long. 3 iron's not going to be long enough. Just hit into the bunker and just accept it. Maybe hit it left. I'll just Put it in the bunker. Get birdie and finish with a 5 under. All right. So again, I'm gonna try to hit this a little bit harder than I normally do. I'm gonna go steep into it. I'm gonna try to draw it more, which is gonna be a good chance for me to draw the ball to the left where I'm aiming, which I'm cool with that because that sand bunker is pretty big, and then even if I miss left to the of the bunker, I'm in the fairway. So I definitely want to draw a little bit more. Got it closed, got it more angled. I didn't make it in the sand or the fairway. What the fuck? But yeah, and that's kind of like, my last little tidbit. So with the clubs that I really want to dig down into and try to hit it further, I just accept that I'm going to pull it or it's going to draw. So I'll try to compensate for it. If I want to ease off of this, like if I want to hit this like 208 and do a high cut, then I know that my arms aren't going to be. They're going to be a little more jelly or something like that. I don't know, soft. So there's a good chance that I could be quick on the wrist and I can pop it to the right. So I just depending on the situation, I try to give myself a larger degree of air that still works for me. Okay. Let's just flop this thing. If I really wanted to try to make it, I would hit this bump right here and let it skirt off. It's a video. I'm not actually competing or anything. Let's fucking do it. It was too far. Damn. I tried. But I'm really happy with my putting. It's very consistent and dependable. I like it. And that's East Lake. Holy hell, that took forever. Hopefully all that information helps. Hopefully you can really break down and understand what goes through my head and analyze my golf game. My longest drive was 350. Cool. But yeah, okay. I'm tired and I gotta pee. I'm Topher James. Good luck at East Lake in a couple weeks. Good luck in the whole FedEx Cup tournament. It's gonna be interesting. I will say the least. It will be exciting. It will be fun. I'm anxious to see what will happen after the FedEx Cup. So if you watch the whole video, I appreciate it. If not, no worries. I will talk to y'all later. Let me just bend over and Alt Tab. Oh, Alt Tab didn't come up. Oh, there's my OBS. There's stop recording. All right. Have a good day, y'all.